Welcome ESL to week 3 for our first heat of the day as we are at Southern National and we have Lizzie McGlover on the pole for heat 1, Justice Blackwell 2nd, Stefan 3rd, Ricky 4th, Stephen Waters 5th, Eagle 6th, Mitchie 7th, Jacob 8th, Kobe 9th, and Matt Henderson is in 10th. And 10th place will be the transfer spot. I hope everyone is having a great morning as we get set to kick off week 3. And the green flag is out and we are underway in heat number 1 as Justice is trying to take the lead on the outside of his teammate Lizzie. As they're side by side crossing the line. It looks like Lizzie is taking over the lead. And they're still side by side. They're going at it. Matt Henderson is currently 10th. And he is in the transfer spot. But he is surrounded by multiple cars as we see Bob Harlow and Steve Bird. As we see Ricky and Waters, they're battling for fourth. As we're almost 3 wide going into 1. And we're still side by side up front. But Lizzie has a slight lead. So a great battle for the lead up front. Third is Stefan Forge. But the top 2 have separated themselves a little bit. Now Bob Harlow is in 10th, holding on to that. Actually, now it's Steve Bird. So there's a great battle for 10th back here. Bob Harlow's the 97, and he's in the inside. As we see, Eagle has dropped down to 9th. As we are getting close to the halfway point of Heat 1. And we still have a lead up front, but now Steve Waters is in the picture. And he's trying to make it 3 wide going into 1. Steve Waters has a ton of speed. And now we see a few more catching up to those leaders as Ricky and Mitchie are right there as well. So we definitely have a race on our hands for Heat 1. Holding on to the transfer spot is Eagle. So he has dropped down from 5th to 10th since the start of the race. Now Steve Bird on the outside. Lizzie continues to lead, but not by much. As Steve Waters is in the inside trying to take the lead. This is definitely a tough battle here as we are past the halfway point of heat number 1. Now Stephen Waters with the lead. Now can he pull away? Lizzie and Justice were in control of this heat, but now they have faded the longer this race goes. Bob Harlow is in your transfer spot with 9 laps to go. And Steve Bird is in the inside. He's trying to take that 10th right back. That's going to be a tight finish between those few cars battling for 10th as the laps continue to wind down in heat number 1. But Stephen Waters has pulled away some. And Lizzie is in second, and Ricky is in third, followed by Mitchie in fourth, and Justice in fifth. Steve Bird is now in that transfer spot. Bob Harlow has faded. So Matt Henderson is your next guy. He's going to try to catch Steve Bird before this race is over. So we're going to have 4 laps to go. Can Matt catch Steve in time? Three laps to go. Steve Bird holding on as we have 2 laps to go. But Stephen Atwaters is still your leader. The white flag is out. Final lap. Great heat number 1 by Stephen Waters. He's been strong all season. And Stephen Atwaters wins heat number 1. And Steve Bird holds off Matt Henderson, and he will transfer to the featured race. But a strong race by Stephen. So Stephen, Lizzie in second, Ricky third, Mitchie fourth, Justice fifth, Colby sixth, Jacob seventh, Eagle eighth, Stefan ninth, and Steve Bird 10th. Those will be your drivers that will transfer over to the featured race. Everyone else, unfortunately, didn't make it. And hopefully, not next week, but the week after. Next week, we have a bye. But hopefully, they can figure out how to get some speed in these cars. We have a big progression this week. So hopefully, for the next race, they will be much more competitive. But I will be back in a few minutes for heat number 2. We are back for heat number 2 as Tanner Pitts is on the pole for your second heat, followed by second Javier, third Sion, fourth Bobby, fifth OJ, sixth Morningstar, seventh Bobby, eighth some say ninth Chris Harvey, and 10th Kapoor. Those are your top 10 in heat number 2. As we get ready for heat number 2, just want to send a special shout out to our sponsor of this series, Black Magic Media. Pace car comes off and we are underway with Javier on the outside and Pitts in the inside. As they're side by side going into 3. Now we see Bobby go to the outside. He almost tries to make it 3 wide. Who will win that battle? As we go back towards 10th, and we see Kapoor is currently 9th. Now we see JQ moving. Well, he was in 10th, but it's definitely going to be a battle for that transfer spot. As now we see Bobby Brownstone fighting for the lead. Javier's in the inside. Now we see Sion, the 286. He's having a good run today in heat number 2. He is in the outside trying to battle for 3rd. As we continue to have a battle for the lead. As they're side by side crossing the stripe. And it's still pretty wild back in 10th as JQ now is as Bobby Leo Moxon almost touches Morningstar. Looks like they touch on the turn. And now we see JQ get into the 09. Everyone fighting for that 10th position. It's so important. Now Chris Harvey's holding on to 10th. And I don't think he's missed a featured race yet, so he does not want that to happen today. Now we see Morningstar is holding on to that transfer spot. Behind him is David Stone, and David Stone was very fast last week. Can he get past Morningstar? Bobby Brownstone is still your leader, followed by Javier in 2nd and Tanner Pitts in 3rd. As we see OJ, he got very wide on that turn. But Kapoor is your fastest mover right now, up 6 positions. Now David Stone has moved up to 10th and is holding on to that transfer spot, and no one is really close to him. The closest one is Some Say, but he is seems like he is fading some. We just passed the halfway point of this race. Bobby Brownstone still your leader as he has extended his lead with 10 laps to go in heat number 2. Can David Stone hold on to 10th? As he has already caught up to JQ, so he might attempt to pass the number 10. And then we have some say in 11th and Christian in 12th, followed by Joshua Bolton in 13th. There is a lot of position battles going on, so that might help out the drivers in the 10th position. Bobby Brownstone continues to lead. Javier still in second. Tanner Pitts in third. 5 laps to go this time by. Four laps to go. Now some say has caught up to David Stone in the inside. And now we see Christian as well. Christian has been so close every week, it seems like, and he just cannot get over the hump as we have 3 laps to go. And now some say moves into the last transfer spot in 10th. Can he hold on? 2 laps to go. It's a battle. David Stone comes right back on the outside, takes 10th right back. Bobby Brownstone is your leader as the white flag is out as he comes around turn 3. Bobby Brownstone wins heat number 2. And we still have a battle side by side as they cross the line. David Stone makes it into the featured race. That was so close. What a battle for 10th at the end. Nobody wanted to see David Stone make the featured race. Last week he was lights out. Bobby Brownstone wins heat number 2. Javier second. Tanner third. Kapoor fourth. OJ fifth. Sion sixth. Bobby Leo Moxon 7th, Chris 8th, JQ 9th, and David Stone round out your top 10. Everyone else is sent home packing and will have to wait to the next race. It's been a great day of heat racing. I will see you guys in about 20 minutes.